Good morning, cubies and newbies. Hi, I am Sunshine. Wait, what was that? I got pop-up windows here. I am Sunshine, and I am the creator of the ABCube method for solving Rubik's Cube. So you can find it at abcube.how. But it's under construction. I'm trying to redo it and do it better. Because I didn't know what I was doing as far as presentation using the Wix site. I'm redoing it to use galleries instead of blog posts because of the way that I can present it. So sorry about that, but check out my bio. You can find my YouTube playlist. That also works, and I do a walkthrough of the tutorial on weekday mornings here as well, breaking it down step by step through the days of the week. And Saturday, it's just play day, so I'm here to play and scramble my cubes for the upcoming week. But I'd love to chat with you guys, so talk to me, ask me questions, tell me how you're doing. What's your favorite cube? What's your favorite scramble? Ask me how I came up with my method. I love talking about this. The cubes are my favorite toy. So I'm just going to sit here and play with it unless you guys have questions for me. But this, however, I'm showing this off. This is a bump cube, mirror cube. I'm not sure what you call it because I've heard it with different ways. One of these, where instead of colors, what you're dealing with is distance from the center. The thickness is distance from the center. So this, but with stickers on it, so that it has two solved states. This is it solved by color. We've got the red, the green, the orange, the blue, the white, and the yellow. So it can be solved by color, in which case it's just random geometric shape, like a building, or techno building or something. And if you solve it by shape, then you just have random colors, like an impressionist painting. So I'm going to solve this today. In solving the bump cube, in solving any cube, I work from the outside in, and so textilely, the outside of here is the largest pieces that show up. So I work with the largest pieces. This feels larger than this, so I'm going to find the center that matches this size. It's not that one, so it must be there. Okay, so this is the size I'm looking at first. Just like always, I had to work with the corners first. So these two are the correct size, and then I need to see whether if a large piece is here, or instead of looking for a specific color, I'm looking for the size. Then Formula A will bring it to the top. So look at the face as if it is a spreadsheet with columns and rows, and I'm using the bottom row, bottom column, or bottom row, right column. So out I move, and this is the piece that I'm bringing to the top, and so the action is taking place here. So the horizontal move is to move this piece away, bring the space down, bring the cube into the space, and the cube in the space back up again. And that swapped these two, but we're looking to see whether the big piece is on top, and if not, you like to see whether the big piece is on the bottom, and if it is, you do Formula A, and if not, you rotate the bottom until it does. So keeping doing Formula A, out, down, in, up, and there, that matches my center tall piece. So slide that out of the way, keep going. This does not look like a big piece. This does not really look like a big piece. So I turn the bottom corner. That one looks like a big piece. So I just keep rotating until I find it, which is there. Formula A again, out, down, in, up, and now I have all four corners. They are the correct distance on top. Now I check to see if the sides match. Normally I'd be looking, instead of looking for colors, I'm looking for shape. And so these sides do not match. 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 At this point in time, either they all match, none of them do, or one of them does. If none of them do, it doesn't matter which way I hold this front. I'm going to do B and then use A to bring it to the top again, and then I'll have one match. However, if all of them match, of course, you move to the next step. However, if none of them match, here's a shortcut. Instead of doing B and then A, and then putting the match to the back and doing B and A again, you can just hold on to the top here, do an R2, right 2, front 2, right 2, and that did a diagonal swap. So that's a shortcut. I don't teach that as part of my method, but I do it sometimes. Hello, thank you for following me. That's great. I appreciate it. Okay, for newbies, I'm Sunshine, and I've created the AB method. Now I'm going to demonstrate it on my dual multicolored mirror cube, bump cube. So, I do corners first, and these four corners are correct to each other, and so then I'm going to look at the second four corners. Since it's a cube, and since I worked with the largest size first, the opposite the largest is the shortest, just like opposite yellow is white. So I want to bring the shortest distance to the top. This one's already here, so I'm going to keep that where it is. And formula A is going to twist these around, flip these and twist these until so I'm going to do that until my short is on top. So out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Okay, short is on top. So twist the top to move that out of the way and protect it. I don't move the corners because I don't want to mess up the bottom. Don't move the cube because I don't want to mess up the bottom. And so doing formula A to bring this to the top is not going to mess up my bottom because of the mathematics of the cube, which you don't have to understand. It's just the cube understands it, and if you do what you need to do, it'll work. Okay, so short is on top. Slide the top to protect it. Keep going until my short is on top for here. Out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Okay, so the short is on top for the corners. So the corners, now I look to see whether the sides match, and these sides do not match. This one does. These one don't, and these one don't. So the side that matches goes to the back, and I do formula B. Now again, for the formulas, we're looking at the front face of the cube as if it were rows and columns, and where the word B uses the top row and two columns. Now for you're working for corners, those two columns are the outside columns. So I slide the top, I do my first up, reverse the top, do my second up, slide down, reverse, down. You'll notice that it's a mathematical 0. For every left there's a right, for every up there's a down, so it's only moving the cubes that you want to move. So that moved these corners around. Formula A will bring the, and my bottom size has not changed. So now formula A, and again, if I don't rotate the cube, I only rotate the top, so that I can always work on a piece that needs to be worked on. out, down, in, up. Okay, short is back on top again. Rotate the top to protect that and work with this one. Out, down, in, up. Out, down, in, up. Because of the mathematics of the cube, that's always going to be a multiple of 6 to get them done, which means the bottom is still solved or resolved or resolved. So now my bottom 4 corners are correct to each other, my top 4 corners are correct to each other, so I'm going to rotate until the top and the bottom corners are correct to each other. Okay, that's size matches. That side does not match. That side matches. So, no, yes. Okay, so now the biggest 4 corners are correct to each other, the smallest 4 corners are correct to each other, and the biggest and smallest corners are correct to each other. So the 8 corners are done. Boom. Now move on to the edges. And again, I like to work from the largest down. So okay. So with my solved corners left and right, I usually say yellow and white are left and right, but now it's the biggest and the smallest ones are left and right. So I'm looking at the center section to find the largest or the smallest. Well, this one looks like the largest, and to check out to make sure it is, because it's hard visually sometimes, I twist it to test. Yes, that it does pair up. That is the same state thing. So this cube wants to move to this side. So the first thing I do is I move it so that the corners, the front shape, I want, instead of color, matches the shape of the edges, and this one does. You can, because each one of these is going to be a different depth. So make the front match the corners. Make the top, move the top in the direction that's it's going to match. So, and then formula B. So I'll use as the top, and the first that uses 2 columns, and for the corners it was the left and right. But for the for the edges, it's going to be where the piece is going to end up is your first column. So this is going to end up here. So this is my first column. And where the piece begins is your second column. So that's this right here. So I'm working with this piece. We'll follow its movement. So we start by moving away from where the action is here. So we move it away. First up, back, second up, away, down, back, second down, and this piece is placed by shape. So then looking for large or small in the center. This one looks large to me. Let's see if it lines up. Yes, it's the right height. So first thing I have to match the corners to the front, and so this is not the same shape. So I move the corners together. That is not the same shape. So I move it again. That is not the same shape. And again, that is the same shape. So I made the corners match the front, and the top is going in this direction. So I start by moving it away. Oh, I'm going to mark the cube so we're following it. It's going there, and it's going to end up here next to this piece. I don't need that. So away, up, back, second up, away, down, back, second down, and that is placed by shape. Okay. This looks short. It's the same, looks to be the same height as the shortest side. So I'm going to, so the short side is going to go to this direction. I line up the front to corners to match the front. So those corners don't match. Let's turn the corners. Those corners don't match the front. Turn them again. That's the same shape. So the front shape matches the corners, and the short side is going in this direction. So I move it away from where it wants to land. This is my first up. Move it back. This is my second up. Away, down, back, down. Ta-da! And there it is shaped, placed by shape. This one looks short, and so the shorter the tall goes to the top, and the front shape matches the corners already, and so it's going in this direction. So I move it away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, because it's just easier. It's easier to see the short and the tall, rather than the insides are harder to do. The other 4 distances from the center are easier to mix together. So we're working with the largest and smallest first. So this is the shortest. Move the corners until the corners match the front. There we have it. Okay, so the front matches the corners, and then the short is going in this direction. So away, first up, back, second up, away, down, back, second down. Okay, so the short is correct, so that side is correct. I'm still looking for the long pieces. This does not look like a tall piece. This looks like a tall piece. Okay, the tall goes to the top. So it's going in this direction. I move the corners to match the front. That's the right shape. So front matches the corners. The short long is going in this direction, so it's going to displace this one. So this is my piece. I move it away, first up, back, second up, away, down, back, second down, and that is placed correctly. I'm looking for, there's another large piece right here. So I make the front match make the corners match the front. So I move the corners together to each other as a unit. Okay, so front matches the corners. It's going in this direction, so I move it away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay, so my biggest and my smallest are done. So let's line up the center. Okay, so that we've got the center lined up. Okay, so it's easier to see when something is wrong from the small piece than just to see at a glance from the tall piece, because height. So I'm going to, but the long goes down, and I'm working with specifically the short pieces. I'm going to displace one at a time for as long as if I need to, because the side edges we're doing the side edges now. So this one is not correct, this one is not correct, this one is not correct, none of them are correct. So you take a piece, and I'm going to that is already solved, and I'm going to move it into displacing this piece. So I'm moving this piece that is correct, I'm moving out of the place so that I can work with these other pieces. And as I do so, this piece will find its way back up to the top. So I'm going to formula B. I'm using this is the piece that I'm displacing. This is my first up. This is my second up. So I go away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. Okay. So this is looking at the top. The next piece we're working with is whatever is not the short, or the color of the top. So this is still the color of the top. This piece is the one we're going to place. So we're keeping this side down for the rest of the solve. So we have to line. First thing we do is make the front match the corners, and so it already does because it doesn't fit these other ones. So it matches the front. The front color matches the corners, and this piece then is either going this direction or this direction, and it's going in this direction. So I move it away first up, back second up, away down, back second down. Okay, so this piece is correct, and we're going to work on what it displaced. Again, the front is already sized up, lined up, and it's going in this direction. So this is my first column, this is my second column. Away, up, in, second up, away, down, in, second down. And that gives me, that displaced this piece, which is the next one I'm going to work on. Line up the front. That doesn't match. That doesn't match. That matches. Okay. It's either going in this direction or this direction, so it's going in this direction. So my rows, my row is my top. My columns are where it's going to land and where it begins. Ooh, hi you guys, thank you for joining me. I'm doing my Dime Sunshine, and I'm doing my ABCube method on my favorite bump cube. So my front is lined up to the front side is lined up. It's going in this direction. So this is first column, second column. I move it away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down. And this is placed by shape, and it gives me this thing to work on. Now I told you when I displaced the short, that it was going to come back to the top. It'll either come back correctly or it'll come back incorrectly. But when it comes back to the top, we look to see what sides still need to be resolved. This one is correctly placed. This one is not. So let's displace this one. We're going to use the piece that's incorrect to displace another incorrect piece. So column 1, column 2, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and that gives us something that displaced this piece to the back here. So this is the one we're going to work on. Line up to the front. This is not correct. This is not correct. This is correct. Okay, so the front matches, and the top is going in this direction, size-wise. Hi, kitty. So, first column, second column, away, up, in, up, away, down, in, down, and there you have it. Hello, kitty. Hi. Hi. What you doing? What you doing? Come on. Sit down. There you go. Okay. So, that's done. And this is Fluffer Bunny. Fluffer Bunny is my kitty. have a picture of Fluffer Bunny. Let me show you my picture of Fluffer Bunny. I haven't put it on my website yet. Fluffer Bunny is ready to answer your keeping questions. This is my Fluffer Bunny. Okay, thank you for letting me show off my kitty cat. All right, kitty, you want to move now? You want to move now? I'm going to play. I want to play some more. You just want to be petted? You just want to be petted? Are you my kitty? Okay. Okay. Oh, look at you. Look at you. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Hi. Look at you. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna keep working. You guys, I've got several cubes to scramble. You guys want to? Which cube would? If you have any preferences as what you'd like me to work on next, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to. Excuse me. Come on, you're sitting on my cubes. Okay. I have here Kitty. Hi. Sorry, kitty cat break. Hello. Hello, Fluffer Bunny. Hi. Oh. Come on, at least here. Can we show your face at least? No, you're looking up at this guy here. There's Kitty. There's Kitty. There's Kitty. Hi. Hi, Kitty. There's Fluffer. There's Fluffer. Hi, beautiful. Oh, hi, Kitty. Hi, Kitty. Okay. Fluffer, it's time for you to move. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Hi. You need to go now. Okay, well, I guess I'm done cubing for the day. I will be back. I will be back next week, and I'm here in the weekday mornings. I do kind of a walkthrough of the tutorials, breaking the step-by-step down through the days of the week. On Friday, on Friday evening, I do cubing and nostalgia of Are you scared of the dogs upstairs? Okay. Oh, now you're going. Okay. All right. In that case, I can do more cubing. Okay. Oh, move my... There we go. Kitty cat hair. Come on. Come on. Really? Okay. All right, what am I doing? Okay. Of course, the ABCube method works from whatever state your cube is at. You don't have to, because whatever step I do, is only going to move the 3 pieces I want to move, and it's not going to move other pieces. So, if I want to work on the corners, I can do the corner. It doesn't matter whether the corners are the first or the last or both. If you're doing layer by layer, the corners are first and last. But it doesn't matter, because doing the formula, the ABCube method, if you're working on the corners, it doesn't mess up the edges. If you're working with the edges, it doesn't mess up the corners. So it doesn't matter which one you want to do first. The only exception being that if you're working on a larger cube, where parodies are possible, working on the parodies are undone by a quarter turn. And so you don't have to memorize a parity algorithm, you just do a quarter turn. But doing that will mess up quotation marks, mess up the centers if you've done the centers already, because the centers were not correct. They looked correct, but they were not, because when you pair them, when you pair up everything up, do the centers, then pair the edges, and treat it like a 3x3, you are more likely to introduce a parity into the solve. So that's why I work from the outside in, because that way when the parity shows up, you can just quarter turn, it's done, and keep going, rather than having to do a parity algorithm. So on this cube, let's see, my corners are done, my whites and yellows are not done, or the whites and yellows have been done, and they've been displaced. So we're working on the side edges now. This piece is incorrect, and this piece is incorrect. I could do either one, but I'm going to do this one, put this into this one first. That's going to give me a double flip at the end that I like to demonstrate. So there we go. So we've got a double flip. This wants to be flipped and this wants to be flipped. Again, doesn't matter, same thing. We're working with the sides. Find a piece on the top that you want, that you're comfortable displacing. Since I can displace, so this I'm going to use the displace this one. I'm going to put it here into this space. Up, up, down, down, and this is the piece I displaced. Let's rotate it back to the front and place it again correctly this time. Up, up, down, down, and that it will always flip two pieces. It'll always move three pieces around, or which I did. Since these are the two that needed to flip, I moved these three pieces around and then moved those same three pieces around again. So you're always working with three pieces. That one's done. Let's do the 2x2. Okay. Let's do color neutral, because these two are solved. So let's say that orange is my top color. So obviously I'll the 2x2, same as I solve any other cube. I look to see whether when I'm working with orange, I look to see whether the piece in cube in this space has orange on it. It does. Formula A then will bring the orange to my active color, which is orange, to the top. So bottom row, right side, out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Orange is on top. Slide it to protect it. Is there an orange here? Yes. Out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Hi. Hello. Thank you for saying hi. Okay, so orange first color is correct on top. Sides match, so that piece goes down, and we work on the next color. It's red because all four corners have red on them. If I don't know that, I know that it's not any color matching the bottom color, so it's not orange or green or yellow or blue, but it's red. So this one's correct. I'm going to start there, and I'm going to start by twisting this corner. Formula A is going to bring it down and then back up again, and it's going to be twisted. So out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Red is not on the top yet, so I keep going. Out, down, in, up. Red is on the top now, so I slide the top row to move it out of the way and protect it so I can work on the next piece. I don't move the cube because I want the bottom just to take care of itself. So formula A until the red comes on top, and yes, you can work with with inverses of A and parallel mirrors and other things like that. But again, this is how I teach beginners. Red is on top, slide it out of the way. Keep going for this cube. Is there red on top? Not yet. Keep going. Is red on top? Yes. Okay, so do this. Colors on top. Do the sides match? These don't. These do. Because of the mechanics of the cube, either all of them will match, like these ones match, none of them will match, or one of them will match. If one of them matches, you put that to the back, and we do Formula B. And then after Formula B, we'll do A to bring the color back to the top again. So since A and B never mess up the other ones. So slide up, slide up, slide down, slide down. You'll notice that every other move is, for the top horizontal, is the opposite of the previous move. So we did B, we use A to bring the red to the top again. Out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Slide the top. Out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Slide the top. Out, down, in, up, out, down, in, up. Slide the top. Okay, and it works on every size cube. It works on even... It doesn't work on shapeshifters except for the bump cube, but it works on any n by n by n cube. It also works on, with a minor adaptation, it will also work on the Whittieden 3x3x9. The adaptation being that when I have a piece that wants to move to the top, I can't just, Formula B as it stands right now is just quarter turns, and the quarter turns don't allow the 9 side to rotate. So instead of quarter turns and back again, every top move is a double move. So if we wanted this, if this piece wants to go here, we do the top. And then where it's going to end up is the first row, first column. So it's going to end up, first column is going to be here. Second column is where it begins. So since I want this one to end up here, this is my first up. So up, up, down, down, and again, up, up, down, down. Set the top, and we're done. So, yeah. That's it. Do we have any questions, queries, comments, posts, concerns? Who wants to talk to me? I have figured out how to incorporate my Zoom channel with my Twitch channel. I figured out how to make how to make the gameplay capture work on my Zoom meeting. So that means that I can teach up to 3 people at a time. I'm going to practice that with my family during the week, and I'm going to start trying to do that on my Saturdays, or my Friday evenings or Saturday mornings. So if you or anybody that you know wants me to walk through their cube with them, I can take up to 3 people. I can do that with up to 3 people. I would like to try to do that on my Friday evenings and my Saturday mornings. So just chat me or email me. My email is abcube.how@gmail.com. And if you're not following me already, thank you for following me. And check out my YouTube. And I will be back next week, and I'll be back on Monday. So thank you for giving me your time, spending your time with me. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.